Sayezz side series. Most of us who practice Pilates side work love it for its ability to give us strength in our hips, to give us long, lean musculature in our legs and our thighs, to help us stand taller and get out of our hips, to be more supported when we walk, when we balance, and when we're standing in our daily lives. With that, we also love it because we feel the burn, and we feel it quickly and effectively. So let's go ahead and get started with some breath. Take one hand over your chest and one hand over your belly, and inhale around that three-dimensional tube that is your torso. Meet the hands with your belly and your chest, and then exhale, hollow the belly away and the chest down. Inhaling and exhaling, filling up and releasing. Take your hands to your rib cage and let's think width now. So inhale, pull those fingers apart horizontally and wide. And then exhale, back narrow. Inhale, wide. Exhale, narrow. Inhale, fill up your shirt. And then exhale, wrinkle it. One more, inhale, wide. And then exhale, narrow. Return to your everyday breath for a moment as you transition down to your side. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders, lay long on that arm. Take your other arm in front of your ribs for balance. And then go ahead and check those bottom ribs. Can you gently lift them away from the floor and keep your natural curve? Bring that hand back, draw the shoulder away from your ear. And let's start with the top leg. Flex the ankle, reach it long, and gently lift about hip distant, maybe a little higher. And then press down. Lengthen to lift and lower, and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Go ahead and stay there. 5 little circles forward. 2 and 3. Everything else stays quiet. And 5. Reverse. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Are you breathing? And 1. Reach that heel longer than the bottom heel. And then good. Release it down. Bend the knee and bring it completely in front of that bottom leg. Flex your bottom heel and lift. Now it's some time for inner thigh work and lower. We're trying to get that heel to reach above the hip and lift. And exhale. And reach. Like someone's pulling your leg out of the socket. If that were a good thing. And lift. And exhale, lift. Like there's a long line at the ladies' room. Squeeze. And lift. Stay there for pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and reach as absolutely high as you can. And then good. Release that leg down. Tuck the bottom knee underneath about 90. I always like to scooch my knees a little below 90. It's just more comfortable. And then take your top hand to your hip for some clamshells. We open and close. Keep that going, open and close. But we're trying to keep the hips stacked, the shoulders stacked. So that torso position, including those bottom ribs, your natural curves away from the mat, have not changed. And close and open. Think about spiraling the thigh bone around the hip socket. And open and press and open. And stay there. Now we internally rotate, bringing the knees toward each other, external to the toes. In, and then a clamshell, and in, and out, and in. And it does not matter if your knees touch. Mine happen to today, and I'm working really hard not to collapse that top hip. So just think they come toward each other, and then the toes come toward each other. The knees, and toes, and knees, and open, and knees, and stay there and lift, and lift. Keep that internal rotation and the space in the hip. That's the hardest part. And lift, and lift. Smile if you want to, and lift. Keep breathing through the burn, and then good. That was the last one, so release. Don't worry, we'll take a stretch at the end. So go ahead and return back to that stacked long leg position on your side. And we're going to take some butt maws. So go ahead and float that leg up as high as you can, and then you'll feel it kind of naturally rotates. Try to wrap the heel toward me to lift, flex, and then reach that leg, traction it longer than the bottom. Lift, let the natural rotation happen, trying to show me your foot, and then flex and reach a little longer. 3 more with this slower pace. Inhale to rise. And exhale, flex and pull that heel long, long, long and down. And up, wrap that hip. And flex and reach it down. And one more like this before the real fun begins. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep lengthening but descend. Release there for a moment. Just check in with your neck and shoulder. Release those if they were turned on. They sometimes tend to be. And here we go, same thing a little faster. And up and down, and up and down. Think about swinging that leg in the socket up and down, and up and down. Last time, and reach and release back down. Excellent. Go ahead and bend those knees. Bring the top knee gently forward of the bottom and open to a spiral. Take your hands to your hip, maybe even pound your glute a little bit, giving it some vibration and release. See, it's effective. And good, one more breath there. Before you roll onto your back, keep the cross of the ankle over the knee and just gently pull in for that hip piriformis stretch. Easy shoulders, easy neck, easy pelvis. And focus on your inhales and exhales. Let's do one more together before the other side. In. And then good, release out of that. And then just roll over to the other side. Hip stack, shoulder stack. Check that little gap under your rib cage. And then here we go, parallel legs, flex that ankle, reach it long to lift and lower, and lift and lower, and up and press, and lengthen and press, and lift, up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up. And down. One more up. Stay there for our circles. 5, forward, 4, 3, and 2. Are you breathing? 1, reverse, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Reach a little longer. And then good. Release that knee forward of the bottom leg. Flex through that bottom ankle, and then reach it long like someone's tugging it, and lift, and lower, and lift. And lower. Really try to get that heel higher than your hip and down. And press and lengthen and lift and lower. And you might notice a difference on this side. That's totally normal. And lift and lower and lift and lower and lift. For our pulses and up, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and press up as absolutely high as you can before you release. Tuck that bottom knee under, again about 90, but then I always like to scooch just below 90. It helps my hips stay open. Take your top hand to your hip, lengthening it away, clamshell to open the knee. Gently wrapping the thigh around the thigh bone around the hip socket and down and open and close and open. And you're not just plopping the leg down, right? We open with a little resistance. We close with some resistance. Open and close and in and X and in and X and in and X and open. And close, And let's lift to internally rotate and X. And in. And X. Keeping length in that top hip. And open. And close. And imagine that spiral happening in the hip socket. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. One more and open. And then stay gently internally rotated and lift. And 2. And 3. And 4. Feel the burn. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 9. Last time. And 10. And then good. Do a little breather. Release that leg down. Take a moment to transition back to long legs for our butt mas. And then good, release the shoulder, get that hand ready, keep your ribs off the ground, and then we go ahead and float that top leg as high as it can, parallel, and then feel it gently wrap and rotate forward, and then flex and reach down. Point to lift and wrap, flex, and again, like someone's tugging at your heel, lengthen down. Don't forget about your bottom leg. You can press gently down into the ground to find that oppositional reach. 2 more at this pace. Inhale, rise. And exhale, flex and reach it down. Inhale, rise, 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 wrap. And flex to lengthen down with control. Relax for a moment before we kick it up a notch. Take a big breath in and out. And here we go. Inhale, point and flex. Inhale, up and down, reaching both directions. 2 more and rise and descend last time and reach and good, relax down. Bend the knees, find that figure 4 stretch. Do what you need for your booty, maybe give it a little pound. And just note as we do those butt mas, if you want to try them again at any time, the leg will probably not be directly at the ceiling, right? It might be slightly in front of you, as you probably saw on this leg with me. In order to maintain my turnout, I have to bring my leg slightly in front of my shoulder. So if that was happening, that was a good choice. Your body was making a natural transition. So from there, go ahead and lay on your back. Keep the ankle across that knee, gently reach through the hole and bend the leg into you for your hip piriformis stretch. And just return to your breath. Notice the sensations in your hips. Hopefully they're a little happier with all this side work. And savor the Sayezz in you today and always.